What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Made Addictz together with the godfather of hardstyle, Mr. Scantraxx himself, DJ The Prophet!
you must feel like a UFC fighter right now.
Yes, in the right corner. All the way from Amsterdam.
60 pounds.
60 pounds. I wish. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good actually.
Oh, good.
Healthy,
and all.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm feeling well.
Yeah,
doing great.
How are you holding up these days?
Yeah, it's quite how you say it, an unexpected change in the world, of course, in the world of hardstyle and my world, everybody's world, of course.
Yeah.
But how am I holding up? Yeah, it's still a bit busy actually. Busy with a lot of things in Scantraxx, of course. We do a lot of stuff. We've made like 2 new studios, so they're just finished after a good period of time.
Way too long.
Yeah, way too long.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of things to arrange in the office and with all the artists, of course, with all the negative stuff, what's happening around in hardstyle world.
Yeah.
So busy as hell actually.
Wow.
And you?
Yep. Actually, we're doing pretty good. Yeah. It took a while.
Yeah.
Well, not that we are really depressed or anything, but yeah, you have to find your way into times like these to find your way into the studio, to get creative again. And of course, we had some big moments with DEF CON and Ghost Stories, and you're really looking forward to that. But after DEF CON, it was like, nothing again.
Everything was gone.
Yeah, our
For
new
your
goals,
feelings.
for our feelings. So, new goals were gone, and we have to adapt to that, to work towards something new. And where do you get your inspiration from? And but the last couple of weeks have been pretty well, actually. Yeah,
Pretty productive.
yeah, pretty productive again. Yeah,
I'm happy for that.
yeah, of course. Yeah,
No,
and we had our first show last weekend.
I heard so. Yeah. How was that?
Yeah, that was pretty intense. We didn't expect it to be like that, to be honest, because we knew that in Finland there was not many cases of the coronavirus. And our booker, he was with us as a surprise. So we were at the airport and we were checking in, and they said like, "Oh, do you have the letter to go to Finland?" And letter. So I called him. It was like early in the morning. I was like, "Yo, you forgot to send us the letter, so now we can't go to Finland." And he was like, "Oh, you need a letter? Oh, then I might have to bring it to you." I was like, "Bring it. I mean, you live 2 hours away from Schiphol. We're not gonna make it." Oh, I have to. It didn't. The quarter didn't fill. So I was like, "Bring it. What do you mean? Just send it to me like on email or stuff." And then he's like, "Oh, I really have to bring it." And then he was standing behind us, So he came along and like 10 minutes before the show, he was walking to the VJ to check some stuff out, and he came back and he didn't say anything, and I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be so bad." Like.
Well, strange.
I didn't know what to expect, but probably everybody is standing still and there's like...
They cannot move. They're not allowed to move.
Yeah, empty
or shout or scream.
So we had no clue. And then we walked into the area and we just saw this full-on party and we were like,
seriously?
Oh.
But everybody dancing?
Yeah.
And not sitting on chairs?
Social distance. No, nothing.
Way.
Nothing.
No.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
No,
I mean, it was the first half of the area was without any borders and stuff, because from what I heard, I think that's what I understand, is that they said like, okay, we placed all the borders to make it secure for the virus, but then the inspection came and said like, okay, but this is really bad for fire safety, and we care more about fire safety than
corona.
Yeah, because there's like only 1 or maybe 2 cases in Finland a day, so the chance of an outbreak of fire was way more dangerous than that. Some people give corona to each other, and they have they recommend people to wear face masks, but it's not It's not like you have to.
Mhm.
So like half of the crowd was wearing face masks and the other half wasn't. And
Yeah. Yeah, I was
it was
insane.
really
Wow.
crazy.
We were, of course, not really allowed to make pictures with fans and all, you know. And for us, it was they did a really amazing job because we were like, yeah, kind of by ourselves in the dressing room and to the stage, and afterwards, after our show, we just went away, you know. So
so everything was secluded.
Yeah.
You know, we couldn't
course,
we
yeah.
couldn't carry the coronavirus towards the people in Finland. So
because we
Because
have
you were the danger.
yeah, we were actually
for the government, we are, yeah.
Incredible,
yeah. So,
because I think they're not allowing travelers from Holland to Finland if it's not work related, and if it's work related, they ask, like, for example, the promoter or the people that are to take responsibility for the people they take in.
But did you guys do a checkup before, like a test?
no, you didn't
Corona
have
test?
to.
No?
No, you don't
Okay.
have to. No. No,
Interesting.
of course, if you have like symptoms or anything,
Then you have to stay home,
shouldn't.
yeah.
But you shouldn't go outside anyways if you
Yeah.
have like
Yeah.
symptoms. So.
Yeah, but okay, but people who don't have symptoms can have it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Can carry it around.
Yeah,
without,
but I think
without knowing it, you know.
even if you take a test, I don't know if it's like really tells you if you have it.
No,
you
it's
know?
just a
Yeah.
split moment.
Yeah,
That
split
moment you don't have it, you know.
Yeah, and the next day you can have it. So,
Yeah, true.
anyways, we wore face masks everywhere in the airplane. It was a pretty strange feeling. It was first time that we flew again, you know. So
Yeah. I didn't fly yet
no,
since March.
Yeah.
For us it was. I kind of missed it, you know,
Yeah.
just having
Can you
headphones on,
Yeah.
listening to music, watching outside, just being on a plane.
Yeah.
I've never thought I would say that.
No, and to be honest,
Incredible,
it was quite relaxed as well because of the virus. They keep like the spots in the middle
Free?
open,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we also were not sitting cramped up to each other, you know. So it was actually quite.
So from now on, you guys don't need business class anymore.
No,
We didn't fly business anyways.
we only fly business class when we fly outside of Europe. But
Yeah.
in Europe,
Yeah,
you know,
it doesn't make any sense. So small.
you only get an extra meal.
Yeah.
And I'll just have the meal at the hotel or at the airport.
Yeah.
It's not really necessary to.
We're still Dutch guys in that way. What is it?
Yeah.
It's like
What's the need?
Yeah.
What's the need?
Yeah.
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 But we always start the show normally. But now we had some stuff to tell with the same question, and that is, how do you got addicted to this music? And you go way back, so you have probably quite a story to tell.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around with me because.
How did music get addicted to you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's I'm almost 52, so it started in the 80s, the late 80s, with me. I started, I think, between 86 and 88, with house music. There was the beginning of house music in Holland, and I played as well the house music. But what we did, we had a DATEC mixer, and we didn't look and check and played louder and louder and louder and louder. So everything was distorted. So even the round kicks from the 909, the pure 909s, got distorted while playing. And then on a certain moment, we thought, or I thought with a few other guys, why don't we only put the kick through that mixer instead of the whole music, and let the kick distort instead of the whole music, the whole mix. So that's where it started for me. So I bought an DATEC GPM8, and that cost back in the days like 4,000 guilders.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
exactly. So I bought it only to distort my kick, from the 909. But it worked actually. Yeah. So that's how I started with the harder music, the hardcore.
It's actually
back in the days.
kind of how hardcore is invented.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I did it, and Rob Fabry from Holy Noise with Paul Elstak, and Neophyte. He was a bit later. And Dano, of course, because his ears were already fucked up. So he distorted everything, Even when he speaks in your ear, it's like distorted.
He speaks with a distorted voice as well.
No, so that's how I started with with the hard music.
Yeah, and how do you got like your first songs out in the open? Like, because it was back in days there was no internet.
No,
you were just a normal kid making music. So how do you got that to a label, and how did you got your music released?
Yeah, that was really funny because I always went Monday nights. That was Manic Monday in the Matzo in Amsterdam. And there were like a few DJs, Dano, DJ Sean, a few others. I don't know the names anymore. But I had a track finished and I recorded it on a cassette, like really the plastic cassette.
Yeah.
And I stood in front of Dano and I said, "You have to play this." And he was like, "Okay." So he just took it and he played it and everybody was dancing. And then the week after, someone came to me and he said, "Yeah, that track you gave to the Dano, what was that?" "Yeah, my own music, my own production. I have a record label and can I release it?"
Really?
Yeah. And there was a Sudesh from Dance Tracks.
Okay.
It was a record store in Amsterdam. And that was in 92, 91. And he released my first track and it was called Avant-Garde.
Really?
The Source, it's called. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was my
amazing.
first...
And that was like a house track, or?
But still distorted.
There was no hardcore yet.
No.
Yeah.
So there was only 120, between 120 and 130 BPM house music, with still breakbeats in it and everything. And it was, there was no steady bam, 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 like pounding kicks or something. So yeah, that was my first release there. And from there on, I got into publishing with this guy, Peter van Wijngaarden. And he's actually from Rotterdam, and he fucked us up badly, like big time. And we still have to pay for that. So, I want to thank everybody for that. Yeah. No, it was a good experience because then I fell into the deep, and then I knew, okay, from now on, it has to change, and that learned me.
I think every artist made some, like, not even mistakes, but paid some learning money in the beginning of their career.
That's good, and I always try to get to only filter the good stuff from experiences.
Yeah.
So even when it's bad, it's there for a reason, and maybe you might not know the reason the moment you're in it.
Yeah.
But eventually you will find out, and then
of course,
if you took out only the good stuff, then you get
either you win.
But the good stuff is also good because there's also bad.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I mean,
that,
the bad needs the good, and the good needs the bad.
Definitely.
Yeah. But how did that evolve for you from like making house music to get into like a faster tempoed, like distorted kind of music?
Yeah, it's very funny again because from that moment, from the Manic Monday moment, Dano asked me, Jeroen Vlammen, he was there too.
Oh, yeah.
Every Monday. Vlammen and Dano, from Party Animals.
Yeah.
And from that moment, Dano asked me to join them on Monday. So, and I was already buying records for years because I was a hip-hop DJ in the 80s, in 83 till 86. And before I played disco. So I was a little bit it was a bit boring, everything it goes and you need more. You need more and more and more action on the floor as well. And especially when you're on the other side, you need reaction or something. And when everybody is like doing this, for a certain moment it's nice, but you want to get to a certain high. Yeah. And that's what happened to me as well. Yeah. So I think it was 93. Suddenly we changed the speed from 130
was by accident
to 180. And just with a simple hard kick and one synth. And that was my first record on Mokum Records, Mok 1, actually. And it was with Dano. Vitamin, it's called. And Vitamin was one side. It was me.
Vitamin.
What kind of vitamins? No, I actually didn't do any hard drugs. I did only smoking joints, marijuana, and hashish.
Yeah.
And I didn't drink back in the days. Now I don't smoke anymore, so
You have to compensate.
Yeah, exactly. I have to do something. You know? So, where's the boost? No, so we thought when we start like a hardcore thingy, we need to change a sort of tendency. You know, it was always like this. If we want to make a difference somewhere in the music, now's the time. So he made Cosmic Trash that was 190 BPM, and I made The Point, and that was 180. So from that moment, yeah, it got released. It became a hit on the floors where we played, and everybody was like, yeah. That was the reaction we hoped for, of course. And that was the start of a musical revolution.
Wow, that's something magical. Just to witness like a birth of a music style.
No, but the moment you're in it, you don't see it as witnessing or you don't see it happen as that. Only when, seriously, like last year with the movie from Thunderdome, when I saw the whole 25 years back on film with us, interviewed, and the whole scene behind it, then suddenly it came to me like
the whole impact.
The whole impact was there. Suddenly, you know, like, whoa, that happened.
Yeah.
And it was, I felt a bit not ashamed, but it was not really fair because they only highlighted us as the Dream Team and IDT. And we were a big part of it, but we were not the only ones, you know. You had Rotterdam with Rotterdam Records, Paul Elstak, Neophyte, many more who are responsible for the damage, you know. And
but also the Millennium guys.
Later
on.
That's what. Yeah.
And that's now that is the Bible, and that's why I don't believe.
It's true. It's only the story being told from one part of the the scene.
But from that moment, it came to me like that what has happened.
Yeah,
you know, back in the days, because when you're in it, even 5 years or 10 years after, you don't see it or recognize it, or you don't want to say you were part of it, or.
But the only reason like you didn't really invent it style that later became hardstyle was that you wanted to make an extra impact from 120 to okay, let's go 180. But it could have very well be 150 as well.
Yeah.
Or 160 or
and that happened
250.
as well. Yeah, no, I made, listen, the first record was 180, but then we were discovered by IDT, by Duncan, and he took us under his wings. And then 93, 94, we had to make our album. So we were with the four of us, Basvas, Gizmo, Dano, and me. And we all had 3 spots on the album. So everybody had to deliver 3 tracks. And you can do whatever you want. What kind of style you want. So what I always did is one melodic track, melodic for hardcore, and one housey track, like 130, 128, 135 house, and one with a sort of industrial breakbeats, whatever. So I made always like 3 different songs, styles actually. Yeah. And that's what I still do actually. but with 155 now. You know? Yeah. So, and that's, I like to do different stuff. That's why I still do what I do. And I do it differently as all the others. And that's sometimes it works and sometimes it fails. Yeah. But I don't care because I like what I do. You know?
That's the most important.
Yeah.
But those were Dream Team albums?
Yes. Yeah. And we sold like heaps.
Yeah.
Many. Yeah.
Do you still have them?
I have everything.
Yeah. Do you have some spare copies? I really want to listen to them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, I have many of them.
Ah.
Yeah. And actually, I got all my masters back. So I made remasters
Oh, really?
to upload them all on Spotify. So I will upload like 75 old hardcore
Old
tracks
hardcore
Sweet.
from the Masochist as well.
Maybe it's
Oh, wow.
good
Yeah.
to explain people what that means. Like if you have a master,
Yeah.
normally if you release a song, the master rights. Well, nowadays it's different, but back in the days, the
Yeah.
rights of your song or music
They belong to
the label.
to
So
the
if
record company.
to the record company.
Yes, yeah.
So if you want to make a remix, they have to
Give
their
Permission.
permission and
Yeah.
all. You know,
Yeah.
so that's kind of It was strange that you don't have your own saying in your own song, but now because
but it happened to everybody, and that was the standard. In the industry,
exactly.
in the whole industry.
Yeah.
Beatles had it, Madonna, everybody. So it was not only among the hardcore or the house people. It worked like that.
Yeah,
back
so
in the day.
it's pretty
Yeah.
strange. So they can say like, they're gonna make a remix out of your song
without any permission from
the
the
artist.
Yeah.
So that's nowadays it's a little bit different,
Yeah.
but that used to be the case. So now you
Exactly,
got your
yeah.
masters back, and
Yeah.
you can do what you want with it
Exactly,
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's for the people.
And it's very funny because I imported the CDs into my computer, and my tracks were unmastered.
Oh, really?
So you just saw the clean wave file. So we could
so you can do everything with it.
Nowadays, when you make a master or we make a master, you know, it's like completely
blasted out.
Sausage.
blasted.
Yeah.
Like, how loud can you get? You
Yeah.
know, and back in the days, you were playing safe because you are. That had a reason, because we still printed vinyls.
Yeah.
And when the vinyl grooves needed space.
Yeah.
So when the needle is on the record and you have too much low in it, the needle will jump.
Skip, yeah.
It will skip.
Yeah.
So we had to
Low cut
everything and high cut a bit, and we had to be very safe with mastering. And nowadays,
But still, I think the rule was for vinyl, because we also released on vinyl as well.
Yeah.
You have to cut below 20 hertz.
20 hertz, yeah.
But I still do it.
Yeah,
because it really doesn't affect your sub or anything, you know, and it makes a little bit of headroom for your mix, so you can
true.
get it a little bit louder.
We also do it. Yeah. But and there was also this other thing. It depended because you had 33 RPM and 45.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So if you press on 33, the grooves get even more narrow.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like a hell for an album, the Dream Team album, like 12 tracks,
On one
33 RPM, needed a new master.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Even more low off, you know, till 30, 40 hertz.
Yeah.
And then it didn't skip, you know. Yeah, really funny back in the days. And nowadays you just
you can
compressor
do
after
whatever.
compressor, distortion, inflators, whatever, you know.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
That doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. And how did IDT combine the Dream Team? Like, I mean,
they
you
did
already...
not actually. No.
Oh, they didn't.
No, we did.
Oh,
I
really?
did.
Really?
Yeah.
You
should see
the Thunderdome documentary.
Yeah.
I saw it passing by. I think on Netflix or Videoland. So I really wanted to watch it, but I forgot about it. But maybe the people are not able to see it, so maybe it's cool story to tell.
Of course.
But because Gizmo is a DJ from our city, The Hague, and the other guys are all from Amsterdam. So how did he got this role in the?
Yeah, like I told you, the Manic Monday nights were with Dano and me, and we became really good friends. And I always bought my records in a record store in Amsterdam. It's called Atalos. And who was working there? Bas was. So then this guy came to me. Ilya was his name, from Multi Groove, and he wanted to promote some pop parties. He wanted to give some pop parties, So I bought a lot of records and I played for him. And even before that, there were illegal parties, even more illegal than the Ilya parties. So that was 1 or 2 years before. So I had to buy records and records and records from Basfas and even from the Pavo. I drove to Haarlem. He was working in a record store, Pavo, in Haarlem. And he always had a package of special records for me. So I was like, here we go again. But Basfas did the same. So they always selected the best records for me.
Yeah.
So that gave me a sort of good feeling too. Like, if I'm going to play, I'm going to blow the roof off, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So then I told Basfas about Dano and me and about Ilya and about Raymond as well. Raymond from ISP, that was also a promoter. That I had to play and why don't you join? So the first 3 or 4 gigs were with Basfas, Dano and me. And after that, we played on different parties through Holland with the 3 of us. But this guy, Gizmo, he was always there playing too. Like the only one with us. So why don't you join? Why don't we make a team? You know, he played only breakbeats.
Yeah.
Like, and scratching and mixing. I was always melodic. Basfas was always straight on, like like that, you know. And Dana was always like up tempo, 200 BPM. So 4 different styles of music, 1 big team. Why not?
Yeah.
So that's how the Dream Team started.
I wonder if you look at in nowadays, you know, if you have like 4 different producers, totally different vibes.
If that would work.
Yeah, if that would work.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but you...
Now I have to do it alone.
Yeah.
All those styles together.
Yeah.
And then,
but
that doesn't
because it suits you, you know. Still doesn't. You can hear that.
Love you too, buddy. No, but seriously, I think it might work because music gives you vibes.
Yeah.
You do the same in your music, you know, and you do the same in the music you create together. You want to give, even when you produce and play, because you don't stay on the same level the whole time. You need to go to a certain peak whenever it is. Even if it's after 20 or 30 minutes, then you can go back. It's like a curve.
Oh,
you know?
I thought you were going somewhere else. A nice bridge.
To?
A peak. In your career.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I have to settle the score.
I have to. All right.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I sincerely apologize to Mr. the Prophet.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I totally got it wrong last time when we were on air with Headhunters. I
always ate my. I almost ate my shoe.
Yeah,
seriously.
and you threw it.
No.
I got a call from Duff. He said, "Well, a fine friend you are." I'm like, What did I do? He said, "Yeah, I listened to your podcast with Headhunters, and you said." That I said that you can only like peak once in your career. But the thing is, one of the big guys from Q-Dance. Yeah.
He told me back in the days after 2006 when I had my peak in hardstyle.
Yeah.
He told me, Dove, you can only peak once in your career. Look at Madonna. Look at Prince. Once you're there, you can only go down. And I totally disagreed with him. That's the story I told you.
Yeah. And I was like, well, Duff told me a story that you can only, but
so it was not me. So I told, and so I was like,
oh no. Yeah. So Duff, the Prophet, he doesn't believe that you can only peak once.
Look at you guys. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. So and
we haven't peaked at all yet.
Yeah.
No, but actually, then when you called me, I remembered. I like, oh shit! You actually said to Q-Dance, look at D-Block and Estevan. They peak like another time.
Another time.
So he actually defended us. So I Yeah, completely
It's okay.
misunderstood.
Don't worry. Don't
So
worry.
we had to settle the score.
Yeah,
we had
definitely.
to- so I thought that was your bridge. Like you can peak, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice bridge.
No.
But it was in your set.
No,
But
it's-
anyways, we
and it's-
get that.
And it's also interesting because if you
Yeah.
believe that you only can peak once,
Yeah, you will.
you will. You
Yeah.
can only peak once. You know,
Yeah.
it's all in the mind. Everything which what you think will happen.
Yeah, I
As
think.
long as you believe in it, it will happen. You know. So if you think you can only peak once,
So from next week, we're gonna start DJing again, and Corona will be gone.
yeah.
Yeah,
I believe in
you
that.
believe it. Yeah,
No, but seriously,
man.
I think a certain energy will come to what it's supposed to. You know,
Yeah.
So you do believe in kind of karma in that way?
definitely.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe in it, but I will live by it.
Yeah.
You know, so
Exactly.
I try to treat other people how
You can
I want to
test
be
it. You
treated.
can test it.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Go outside, go shopping, and look angry all the time to everybody.
Yeah.
Look what you get back.
Yeah, true.
Go the next day. Do the same with a smile.
Yeah.
Look what you get back.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. So it's you will get what you give.
I see a funny pic. If I just walk into shops like this.
I think people will run
Everybody
away.
what a freak, you know. What is that kind of guy?
With eyes like that. you know.
Yeah, police would come like that guy. I don't know.
He's on something.
He's onto something. Like I'm gonna test it, and I'm like being deported. So this mental health institute. Or
No,
something.
but I really believe in
no,
it.
but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with you. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, nowadays you're not into not only hardcore.
Hardstyle. No, not only hardcore.
Of
not
course,
only
so-
hardstyle. Yeah.
Let's talk about like the biggest label of the hardstyle scene.
Dirty Works.
I want to say Art of Creation. But
Oh, yeah.
no, Scantraxx. How did you start Scantraxx? Where did it start?
Where did it start? It started in Amsterdam.
Okay.
Next question.
How did it start?
This
Yeah.
has a story too. It's very funny.
yeah.
I'm full of stories.
Yeah.
It's all in my head, you know, and nobody else knows about it until I tell so.
Of course. Yeah. That's why you're here.
Yeah. It's I worked with Q-Dance. Before I worked with Q-Dance, I worked with IDT, and IDT, the boss from IDT, Duncan, is best friends with the boss of Q-Dance, Wouter. So it rolled into each other. And Wouter and Wildrik, the two guys from Q-Dance, and nowadays there are more guys, of course.
Yeah.
They asked me to play for them many times. And I played on all those gigs, 1992, House Classics, blah, blah. And then in 1999, I had to play on a House Classics party, which means you have to play House Classics.
Yeah.
But as I told you, I went to Pavo in Haarlem, and he always had a bunch of good records waiting for me. And there was a sort of music style. I didn't know what it was, but it sounded like old hardcore, slow hardcore from 93 till 98. But it was not hardcore. It was like clean produced, no distorted kicks, but it has the drive of that like Pill Driver, Mark Arcady Payne, clean shit, hardcore, slow.
Yeah.
140, 150. It was a bit slower actually. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to play that. Only that. I'm not going to play old music.
Yeah.
It's a risk.
Mm-hmm.
But with me, it's always drop of the room.
They're on or below.
It's or everything or nothing, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a shot, and we'll see what happens. You know?
Yeah.
So I played it a bit faster, and everybody was like, "Whoa, what the fuck did he do afterwards?" Like I played for 2 hours, and everybody was like, "What the?"
They
fuck
were all
did he
going
play?"
online on Facebook, and they were like, "Oh,
Yeah, Instagram.
Not supposed to play
still
new
online.
tracks.
No, so I played it, and everybody was very enthusiastic, and they were like
enthusiastic, very enthusiastic,
enthusiastic,
very
enthusiastic. Don't make fun of me, guys.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we keep that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, so I got a lot of response online. And
Letters.
very enthusiastic.
letters and faxes, and Morse code,
Pigeons.
Pigeons, yeah, flying pigeons.
and
Post
smoke
pigeons.
signals. Good job. Stop. Good job. And
People were calling you with their beltgoed card,
Beltgoed card, yeah.
with the KPN.
No, but so the guys really thought, what the fuck did you do there?
Yeah.
So I explained new music, not all kind of music, no house classics at all, not even one.
No.
So they were like, okay, nice music. And I don't know why, and they don't even remember it, but the guys from Q Dance.
Mm.
And I don't remember why or how. They managed to create a new concept, club tempo and Cubase. So not to the big festival yet, but in the Hemkades Zandam. And they booked daarna, Pavo and
Daarna?
No, it was Pavo. Daarna. Don't make them confused. And Luna, new name.
Wow, these guys were really...
And they didn't book me.
Oh, no?
For a few years. And they put only those names on top of everything. And I have a sort of pride hat, because my pride is already gone. No.
After your first week.
I had my pride back in the days, and I was like, I'm not going to ask them to book me. If you want to book me, you book me because you want me to play there.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it happened and what happened, and to be honest, I don't care. Because everything happens for a reason, and I only take the good stuff out of it. So that's what I did back then too. And I thought, okay, if you don't want to book me, I'm going to start a label. So you have to book me, because I'm going to be the best. I'm going to be the biggest. You're going to book me.
Yeah.
So that's where Scantraxx stuff started. I was creating a name and a logo with the designer Frank Burghout. And we searched for music. I was creating music, of course, myself. So I had to reinvent myself as well, because I stopped playing hardcore in 1999, 2000. That was a period in the hardcore scene where there was a lot of racism and guys who walked around like this. And as you know, I'm Jewish, so I don't like that kind of people. So for me, it was like
nobody does.
No. But for me, it was even more
confronting.
Yes. So I didn't want to play for that kind of people, and I made a decision. I'm not going to play hardcore anymore, and even if I have to play in even if I have to play in the supermarket again.
Play.
No, if I have to play on the play.
Yeah, play in the play.
I don't care. It doesn't matter what happens next. We're going to work. We're going to see what's going to happen, and that happened. So I got angry, and I started a label, and.
I must ask, maybe it's a bit of a shame that I don't know it, but what was the first release on Scantraxx?
Wasn't it a Hard Hats release?
No, it was a
Tag 9.
Tag 9.
Oh yeah, Tag 9.
That was with Gizmo, actually. And we borrowed.
That's a sneeze.
We borrowed the sound.
Did you give it back already?
From Stereo Murder. He borrowed the sound of T99, Anastasia, and T99 borrowed the sound of Carl Orff, Carmina Burana from 1893. But I used his melody from Mark Arcady Payne. I had a beef back then with him. So I want to settle the score on my way, in my way,
in your favor,
in my favor. And actually, it was very funny because I did it. I felt bad about it. I saw him like 1 year afterwards in Rimini. I had to play there with him. And it was like 38 degrees. We were on the beach together, but we were angry on each other because he said, yeah, you stole my track. And I was like, yeah, but you did something to me.
Yeah.
And then we spoke about it and everything was fine. And we became really good friends afterwards. And I still have to pay him. So no, everything was okay afterwards. But that was the first release actually. And the second was mine too. That was Hercules on the Dope was the name.
Oh, yeah.
Barbarella. And that technique, if I remember correctly. And the third one became a real hit. That was Hard Hats.
Yeah.
Wrecked This Place.
Of course.
Then I borrowed a sample too.
Back in the days, everybody borrowed each other's samples.
From a guy who I thought was American, but he lived in Haarlem.
Oh yeah.
Laid back Luke.
Yeah, laid back
oh yeah.
Luke, yeah.
Oh yeah, you want a rock? So I had to pay a lot of money too. Yeah, seriously. And
that's why he's called laid back Luke now, because
he's
you're paying for him and he's laid
still
back.
paying, still paying.
Laid back. Oh, thank you, the prophet.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he actually asked me to make a remix from a Dance Valley anthem afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He had a vocal like that again with Marksman.
Yeah.
And I made a remix for free, and he got all the revenue of it. So
Well,
that was
you paid back Luke.
I paid paid back Luke. Yeah, good one. So yeah, that was a bit the start of everything. So I need to get angry to get somewhere.
Yeah,
that's actually a bit of.
It's
my
funny,
life,
you
my
know.
life.
It's not a typical motivation for a musician to create music. You know, we had a we're never angry to create something, but it can light up a fire to give you a kind of
Angry is not the right word.
No, you want to prove yourself.
Motivated. Yeah.
Motivated.
What's the right word for this? I need to have a certain experience.
Yeah.
To get a sparkle.
Yeah.
You know, to show everybody they're wrong.
Yeah,
it's not even being angry, because it's not about it being angry, because I'm not hateful, never ever. Because hateful is just a
waste of energy.
A waste of energy, because nobody knows you're hateful. The only one who knows is you, and you lose all your energy on it. So,
well, we really can relate to that, because when we left Platinum Agency, or the Bookies Agency of Q-Dance and all, they said that was right before our exclusive, and we got a call like, yeah, if you leave, you're not gonna get exclusive, and we're like, yeah, well, leave it. You know, we don't
remember.
Yeah, you remember. We said we don't want to have our exclusive if it is like that. We want to have our exclusive because you guys think we deserve to have our exclusive, and not because we're at your agency. And they were like, fuck, yeah. Okay, there goes our leverage, you know. It was literally like that. And then it was fine as well. But after that, they gave us the big spots for 3 years or something. Did book us on DEFCON or Climax and all.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, exactly. But it gave us a spark, like, all right. And I can understand why they did it, you know, as a business.
Yeah, they're a business as well.
Of course. If they did book us, everybody would be unhappy on their Bookies agency.
I will not give my energy on people who don't release on Scantraxx.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we completely understand. But for us, it light up a fire as well to just work even harder. So after that, Q said, well, they are just crashing it, so we have to book them, you know. So that's even
more satisfying.
Yeah, to this day, you know, it's so much more. We're still So we still have that's so satisfying. Just you really have the feeling that you accomplished it by yourself.
Yeah, and they only want you because they think you're worth to book you.
Exactly.
And to put you on the stage because they know you're going to kill it. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I wanted to, of course, with starting a label.
Yeah.
They cannot go around me anymore. Yeah. That's what I wanted, you know.
Yeah.
And it worked out. And sometimes stuff doesn't work out because I have many more stuff to tell, which didn't work out.
Yeah.
And that's fine too.
Yeah.
Because that's a learning process in your life, and keep on trying. One day, if you keep on trying, it will work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it didn't even just worked out, but it even extended to a point where you pretty much got all the new hyped artists on your label, and also could really mean something to them. So that Q-Dance would actually listen to you when you would say,
And
like,
that
"Oh, this is gonna be this is gonna be it."
Yeah, it was funny because the artists I started with were not hyped at that certain moment, of course.
Yeah.
So we tried to collab with promoters, and I was helping them in my studio, like Willem Headhunters and Joram Illusion. Here's my key to my studio. If I'm not there, you can go in, you can use my equipment, do whatever you feel. And that's where the whole Project One album started, of course.
Yeah.
So it's also giving and taking, and it's that's what I did with Q-Dance as well. They gave me a lot, and they took a lot, and that's what I did too, and that's what Willem did, and that's what we all do. We use each other, and using each other. I think it's a good thing as long as it's not abusing each other. You know?
Yeah.
So use each other's power.
Yeah.
And of course, Fabian, Brennan Hart started with Blade Masters. It was still Brennan and Hart. I still have pictures. I was going through all my old pictures because my manager, Rens, your manager, he asked me for pictures from back in the day. So I went to my hard drives, and I saw pictures of
Brennan and Hart.
Brennan and Hart, and Willem with his on Cubase with his schmink on. How do you call it? Schmink.
Yeah, makeup.
Makeup. Yeah, with his makeup on his face, like really tiny, with his short shaved head.
Yeah, Scantraxx hairdress.
Yeah, Scantraxx head. Yeah, you have to do that. If you wanted to join Scantraxx, you had to do that.
Yeah. Well, that's why we joined a little later.
Yeah. With a little more hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think how many years are we now at Scan?
I think we started.
15?
No, I think we started at Scantraxx 2007 or 8.
Yeah, we had the 10 years at Scantraxx. There was a big surprise of you guys. That was 10
It was
years, right?
2018, I think. That was.
Yeah, it was 2 years.
On the boat.
Yeah,
So I think
12 years.
2008. The first release was 2008. I think our first talks was in 2007.
Right, with
And Evolutions and part of the heart.
So how did you guys meet?
Well, it was because we first were at Straight On, of course. We had our own label at Straight On with Straight On,
where we also paid some learning money.
Yeah,
the money went straight on to their bank accounts.
Yeah. And we had Next Chapter, and after that we were like, and you were always like, never approached us because you thought like, if you're at a certain label, you're not gonna approach different artists.
No, it's not cool.
But we said like, we want something else. We're unhappy, and let's talk.
Yeah,
just have a talk.
True.
Yeah, and we also talked with Showtech back in the day.
Oh yeah, with Showtech. Yeah, because there was and there was Showtech were kind of our examples back in the day as well.
Yeah,
because we thought they had something similar, and there was something magical on Showtech because they didn't have any other artist.
No,
it was just Showtech.
Yeah.
And Fusion as well. They wanted to write with us as well. I think we had
write with us.
Yeah.
Want to write with us.
Yeah, and we talked with Showtech. I remember and we thought, wow, we're gonna be the only ones on their label. But then you said you're gonna have exactly the same, your own sub label on Scantraxx. You can do whatever you want. And that's what we wanted because, we just want to release music when we want to.
Yeah, we were also a little bit afraid back in the days that when we would go and not produce but release under the Showtech label, that because they're also a duo, they had a bigger name back then, so we would be falling behind. Like,
really?
Yeah, that was
I didn't know
one of the things that also made us choose to go to Because Scantraxx,
Yeah,
I can remember. I told them. I think you guys had like a merchandise stand on Cubase in 2007, and Showtech was also there. And we were talking that night about, oh yeah, we're gonna do it. And we just like give our go for Scantraxx, and Showtech was there that night as well. And we told them like, yeah, nah, we made the decision we're going to Scantraxx, and then they didn't really liked it.
No,
Like, really, Scantraxx? Why? And
really?
so many artists there, and
I can understand it from their point of view, and
of course.
but it was. I think it's also a lot about what feels right.
Yeah.
You know, and we had we didn't knew each other very well back then, just from parties.
Yeah.
But we just sat down in Amsterdam. I remember in front of my dad's studio as well, and we had some at the cafe.
What was it?
Bilde Dijkstraat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
remember.
we had some lunch or some dinner together, and it just felt right.
Yeah,
you were just like, you can do exactly the same as you're doing that right now.
Yeah.
I want those tracks. I heard those tracks. You know, I want them to be released. And then we thought, all right, we're gonna do something. We had a little bit of difficulties with Ride With Us because it was a friend of one of the owners.
I remember, yeah.
And then they released
vocal,
it.
the
the
whole
vocal,
story.
yeah. So
And then you had to re-sing it.
well, no, we
it was
did
a
it.
re-recording.
Yeah.
I remember something.
Yeah,
like that.
so it was, but it was also, I was 16 or something, or 17. Yeah, I think even younger.
You were 16?
Yeah, 16 or something.
No
like-
fucking way.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah,
you were so young.
yeah.
No, seriously,
I
I
think
was like,
Nah, you
49.
were like
17?
maybe 18 or something. 18 or 19.
Yeah.
Was it after the Climax Anthem? First one.
No, it was before.
Yeah.
Before Climax Anthem. Yeah, well, because we made the Climax Anthem when we released our album.
Yeah, but we played our first time on Climax 2008, and then you were 19. So this is also like
18 years.
You were 18.
But it was like I remember we recorded the vocal of Ride With Us, and it was a guy who wrote it as well together with us. But they were in the studio as well, and I thought it was just being me naive, like, oh, they're here because we're gonna release a cool song on their record label, and they said, no, we made the song as well. So
we were also there. Yeah,
we want to be on the
The writer,
yeah, but you were just there, you know, just but after, you know, nowadays I would never do that again, you know,
of course.
but it that's learning.
Yeah,
It's
learning
a
when
learning,
again.
yeah, and we saw those guys again, and now it's just don't know angry feelings.
although
towards,
it was a bit sad, you know, because with the next chapter we really start. I mean, we had like Frontline on the label, we had Scope back in the days,
Frontliner
Justin West.
was Abject.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Abject
it was
still,
Abject, still
so we
Abject,
had,
yeah.
So we were actually kind of in small. We're doing the same as you were doing with Scantraxx, but then with like the new generation artists that were
talk
coming,
with,
we
noise
talked with noise
controllers.
controllers, but they went to Fusion like after they got in touch with them as well.
we
I'm
had
going to tell you a story about this.
and Scope DJ we had Lockdown. It was
Yeah.
a pretty
Yeah.
big release.
I got a demo from Arjan from the Noise Controller. I think it was 2006. I opened every package, every envelope. I opened every attachment, everything to listen and to see if it fitted on the label or not, or I could help or sign or whatever. One I didn't.
You missed that one.
I
That
missed
one.
that one. And then he said, that was my dream. My dream was to be on Scantraxx. And I still had it. I still have it, actually.
Oh, really?
It's a CD. And there was like a written paper, A4. And it was like in three folds. It folded in three. And a part came out and it said Killer Clown. It was.
Yeah.
It was still Killer Clown. And there were colors on it, and I still have it. And I can even imagine, still see it right in front of me. I hated myself so much afterwards that like, fuck, I missed that one. Oh my God, now I've signed to Fusion and everything. And they became really big, of course.
Yes.
And I'm sure it had to be like that because they had what they wanted to, but then
course.
on another label.
Yeah.
but it was the only one back in the
missed.
days I missed. You
Wow.
know, yeah.
Well, yeah, it was
It-
meant to be.
It must, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
And after that, when we said there, of course, there were like headhunters, wild styles. We were more like always doing our own thing.
Yeah.
You know, we were just releasing.
Everybody
music.
had other names actually, except you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already had the same
did-
shitty name as
yeah.
we have now.
Headhunters was
Yeah. Nasty D tuners.
Antifact.
Antifact.
Antifact. Yeah.
Antifact and Nasty D tuners, of
Yeah.
course. Joram was Wild Styles was
Seizure.
Seizure. Yeah.
Frontliner was Abject.
Object.
Yeah, Brennan Hart was
Masters.
Brennan and
And
Hart.
Hart,
Yeah, that's a big change though.
Yeah.
And
who else?
who else? There was one more, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
You've got Caltech now.
Caltech, yeah.
Is the-
Psycho
yeah,
Punch.
Psycho-
Yeah.
Well, anyways, yeah, but we always had our own little space.
Yeah.
Like our own island. We were doing our own stuff. We were releasing on Scantraxx, but Scantraxx Evolutions. So it was fine like that. We loved it. And we're still kind of, well, not at the label though, but we always worked like that. Never really into.
No. And I didn't mingle in it, you know.
You would
because
just,
I made a promise.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever
Yeah.
you want,
Yeah.
how you like it.
Yeah, and
don't
that,
care.
yeah, and that was perfect, and it worked perfect for
Yeah.
us. And but then, those guys kind of left. You know, they wanted to do their own thing.
Yeah.
How was that for you? That was kind of, I think, a difficult period. You know, there's some of the biggest artists of your
Yes, yeah,
label.
of course.
They,
Of course.
yeah,
It was not specifically that they left. It was more how they left.
yeah,
So I'm not gonna put names on people, but
No.
certain artists were like they came to me and they spoke about it and they said, "I want to spread my wings. I'm gonna do it I want to be bigger. I want to be on a different label. I need new vibes, new energies." I get that, and that hurts.
Yeah.
But it's like your child who's leaving your house.
yeah, exactly, yeah,
So you will accept,
Mhm.
you know? But if people stab you in your back,
yeah,
your child would never do that.
yeah,
So that hurt it even more, you know? So that was the bad part of it.
yeah.
And it's a learning process and everything made me what I am today.
Yeah.
And now I'm happy.
Yeah, yeah.
So I needed it, I think.
Yeah, but I can imagine. I mean, you kind of did like a lot for many of the artists that were on your label, because like I said, you had this unique vibe with Hudens where you could pretty much say like, okay, this is going to be the next best thing, and they would like instantly believe you, put them together. For example, you played with Headhunters on Climax, with Wild Styles on Climax or on Countdown, or
Countdown, yeah.
So like you literally took these guys
Under my wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
And-
and what most of them say, yeah, but you earned your money. You earned your money on that.
Yeah.
It's not only about money,
No.
you know, and that's the thing they don't get or don't want to know, or I don't care what they think, and it doesn't matter anymore. The thing is that we had a good time, and I think that everything you do has to be closed in a good way, not in a nice way, in a good way, in a proper way. If you can do that, at least when you die and you look back on everything you did, it's closed and it feels right.
Yeah.
If everything is still open, like fights with him or misunderstandings with them, or
Yeah, you will get
Oh.
regrets.
it's I don't
Yeah.
have regrets on a lot of things. You know, I do have certain.
Yeah.
Some.
Some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't-
You want to know?
Yeah.
I wrote them down especially for MMA.
Here's the list. Threefold.
My Torah, you know.
Yeah.
I will open it. It's
Yeah.
the Jewish Bible.
Yeah.
So it's that's what I try at least the last
Yeah.
10, 15, 20 years, you know, to close everything in a good, proper way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have misunderstandings, but it's the way you handle them. You know?
But I think it also was like the same time period where everything started to become digital.
Yeah.
From vinyl, you have like your business case with a record label. You can earn
With the
money
biggest artists on vinyl.
on vinyl, and everything went digital.
Completely dead. I had a stock of 25,000 vinyls.
Yeah.
And I paid like 80,000 euros to create them, to press them.
Yeah.
So they were in stock like there.
You also have to pay for storage.
And Buma Stemra.
Yeah.
You had to pay. And if you want, you couldn't sell them anymore because nobody wanted vinyl anymore. So I had to destroy them. But if you want to destroy them, you have to pay for that.
Oh my God.
Seriously, because you have to show the Buma Stemra that you have destroyed them. So it cost me a lot of money, and I'm so sad. No, it's also a thing in the process because the CD sales were going like really down.
Yeah.
The vinyl was gone.
Yeah.
There was almost no MP3 sales. Yeah, you had dance tunes, download. You
Beatport?
had Beatport, of course. I started hardstyle.com,
Yeah,
of course.
I remember.
Yeah, in 2009, I think. Yeah, I think 2009, 10.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, the sales were not extremely high or something. You could not pay your rent or eat a proper dinner from that. You know, not even me. so there was a hard period, but especially because everybody left.
Yeah, the artist left, and then the music
Except
industry was.
Except except you, and that's what I really respect. And it's like a relationship, you know. And you go through good things and good stuff and bad stuff. Sometimes you have a fight. Sometimes you laugh. Sometimes you make mistakes. We made fuck ups big time. You scream, you cry. I hate myself, and then no, seriously, and then you get further, and then you go on because it's like a relationship.
Yeah,
and you will conquer that if the relationship is strong enough.
Yeah.
So that's what I really appreciate in you guys, and that's good to say it out loud now because you already know it, you know. But it gives me a good feeling too because that means that what we think at Scantraxx and we have the whole thingy together, the vibe over there, we are like that.
Yeah.
All of us. We don't agree every day with everything we do. And we sometimes have a fight or misunderstanding or disagreements. That doesn't matter because you have the same goal and to do good stuff with nice people.
Yeah.
And that's the most important. So
yeah, we always are kind of loyal guys also with our bookings agent. We're at the same bookings agent as
but also to each other. I mean, I think we're the only duo
too.
that works together for like 17 years or something.
Yeah.
I mean that I mean if it feels good and if you know what
who are not family.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
If you know what the other one is worth, the partner you're working with, for example, Scantraxx, if you know what they can do for you, then you go to the good and the bad, and you can say when something is not good enough or bad, but
and exactly
you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to leave right away.
Yeah, I think that's the most important
honesty
thing.
Yeah,
being honest and
being open
and also like give each other a chance. You
exactly.
know, like give someone a chance to make up for it or to do something about it
and to see what happened.
To see what happens.
Make them see what happens. You know?
Yeah, and also be honest to yourself. Yeah. Like we had it, for example, with our booker. We've been with our booker for like 15 years. And after we left hardstyle for a bit and started making house music, and then the whole EDM bubble exploded, and then the bookings were earned as much as we have, for example, right now. We also thought like, okay, we can blame it on him, but we can also make an album and see if we can get our passion back and see if we can transfer that passion back into our fans, you know?
Yeah,
and if that works, but we still don't have any bookings, then it's not because of us, but then it's because of our booker.
Exactly.
But then we made the album and everything exploded, and then you're being honest to yourself as well. Like, okay, we had to do this.
Reflection.
Yeah.
It's always the easiest part to blame someone else.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like almost you can translate that to everything in life. Like if you don't have a job, I'll blame it on the government. If you don't have like
if you want to get a job, you will have a job.
Exactly. So, so it's always the thing. Like if did we do everything we could?
Yeah, in our power.
In our power,
exactly.
Then we can see what other guys can do.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to work right away. That
yeah.
can happen too. So if the album would not work that moment, maybe the tracks were not good enough.
Yeah,
but
that's also a reflection you could.
Yeah, but it's also funny with an album. You can see, like we made the album or we released the album in September, I think, around Cubase. But we were already almost a year into the process of making music, play it, and everybody knew about it. Q-Dance, they picked us. I must admit, Q-Dance directly said, "Oh, we believe in you guys. We're gonna put you anyways. We know you're working on an album. We believe it's good, so we're gonna give you a spot." So they really believed in it. But the rest of our gigs, like the promoters of clubs and shows, they gonna book you after half a year of your release of the album. So
after the success.
Yeah, exactly.
And when they see when Q-Dance and the big promoters
exactly
book you a lot,
So that was we released the album and it took like half a year before our gigs went up.
Yeah.
So that was you gotta have patience, like
balls of steel,
and
believe in your product. Like after that, we were like, oh shit, there nothing really changed into our schedule.
You don't see the effect immediately.
No, it took a while. It takes a while if you release music and to be recognized.
I'm still waiting.
Almost 35 years.
Yeah, 35 and
still not happening.
Patience.
Patience.
Yeah. No, but nowadays, I think Scantraxx is bigger than ever. Like
I think too.
I really, really think that you've got, of course, you got so many new guys right now. You've got Scantraxx Black. It's like the Raw and
the new A2 records.
Yeah, new A2 records. And of course, you've got us. You got new guys with Devon Wild, Demikana, and Caltech. Of course, it's you.
Me,
the new guy.
The new guy. No, but I think it's a really nice reflection of the scene, like different kinds of styles into the harder style. Reverage, for example,
That's also because of the team, since Jorik is there.
Yeah. That's the general manager.
The general manager,
of Scantraxx
he has a certain way of thinking that things have to change, and I'm always open to change.
Yeah,
convince me, and if you can convince me the right moment, then we have to see how it can work out if it's possible for everybody. And I was always thinking too much about what would the artists we have think about the change. That's what I always had in mind. I was afraid because of what happened back in 2011. If there would be a change, will the rest walk away too? That's what I always have in mind.
Yeah,
and
understandably.
It's because it's there somewhere. So I was very careful with changing that stuff.
Yeah.
Now we are working like 1.5 years with a guy, Dennis Doeland, and he is leading us through certain processes, and we got everything under control. So we got all the numbers from everything.
Yeah.
So if you want to know something, we can look at the numbers and see if it's like that. So it's not a hunch. It's not
instead of it's following a feeling.
Exactly. That's what I always did. I'm a person of feelings, and if I think that feeling is right, then I act.
Yeah.
Because of that feeling, and that always worked until 2011. No, that always works. until a certain point.
I think a balance of the two is
Exactly.
really
And
good. Sometimes you have to do something by heart as well, but
Of
it's
course you
really
have
nice to measure it by the numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now we can. And that's something Jorik, the general manager, he came right he was like 2 or 3 months before we worked with the other guy. So he came right into that moment in that process.
Yeah.
So and from that something else was created and something came up in Scantraxx in the office.
Was a new chapter.
It's a new chapter, and
Next chapter.
The next chapter. Yeah, and we really have the good vibe now already for 1.5 to 2 years, and finally it's there, and now it's solid as a rock.
Yeah.
And we only can grow.
Yeah.
And that's a very nice feeling for everybody. Not only for me, but also for you guys, because you have the feeling like, okay, now we can rock and roll. And we have the feeling, now we can rock and roll. I don't have the feeling anymore, what would the artist think? Because I can show the artist, this is what we do.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Yeah, maybe we can do this or that, but there is never any doubt anymore, because there is
you can back it up with numbers.
Proof of concept.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that works very nice.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with everybody in the office, how they do stuff. We have meetings like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
Like where I am sitting on a table as well, like for 1.5, 2 hours every time. So everybody knows what happens in all the processes, and we can make serious steps,
Yeah.
And
well,
it works.
and it works really well,
Yeah.
So like for us as well, it's fine to have some data that backups your feeling.
Yeah.
And you can really tell, like, if you do this will happen, and it's a really, and especially during these crazy times.
Exactly.
Like
I heard it this today, the best month ever.
Ever?
This month.
Wow.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
In those crazy times.
Yeah, that's really important, because for artists, it's like, as well, it's the only income you have.
Only business
you can generate.
model there,
Yeah.
so-
Except for like
Merchandise.
Talking about merchandise. Do you see? It's commercial break. Like look at this one.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Whoa. Can I have one?
Yeah,
You can have one.
30 euros.
Yeah.
32.
I will deduct it from your
Yeah.
And I didn't know if you noticed my shirt.
That's a nice one.
It's a nice one.
Nice one.
You can have it.
You should make one which you can put
29.
over your head. Yeah, for me.
Yeah, for you. 29 euros.
Can I have
Yeah, that's a good idea. Make a hoodie.
like a ghost?
Yeah.
No, not a hoodie. A shirt like
A shirt with a
like
hoodie.
it's a ghost.
Oh, maybe we should do something with that.
Oh, you already have that.
Okay. No, but it's a good thing. Like for artists, pretty. Yeah, that's their only business case. And if you can,
Definitely.
if it's the biggest month, thank you.
Yeah.
To you guys, for streaming.
It's also a good way to support your favorite artist. You know, like it's the most direct and easy way to do so. Like merchandise, of course, is something you can also support your artist in. But with music, like the royalties we are getting right now from the label, which is a combination of YouTube streams, Spotify streams, sales. That they really grow bigger and bigger, and it's a really good way to keep your artist into the scene.
I think too. Yeah,
it's a fun question. Like in these crazy times, like you have to have a business model.
Yes, we do.
And for a label, of course, you have streaming as well. But for an artist, that's the only thing you have. Or you can just let your fans pay for something. But it's always like a difficult thing. For us, we started with making music just to show our music to anybody. You know,
That's
but
how
there,
everybody starts.
but, yeah, but nowadays,
Uh,
for example, you have the Tomorrowland live stream. You had to pay for it. DEF CON, it was for free. You know, and I really like, and every artist paid for free as well at DEF CON. But it makes up for each other, you know, because we get a really big stage and they pay for the stage, you know. But that doesn't hold up for like another year. If next year would be
a promoter cannot invest that much money every
Exactly.
time again without getting income.
yeah, but an artist as well.
No, of course.
For an artist, if
Tell me
like
about it.
yeah. So next year, it's gonna be a really
Hard year.
hard year
For a lot of
for
us.
a lot of guys and
Yeah.
also
And
DJs, you
and
know,
girls.
and girls. Yeah, of course.
And for
but-
artists, it's really easy. We can always start our OnlyFans account.
Some naked pictures.
I saw that one. Who was that again?
was it like Disney model?
Yeah, the
right?
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
She earned
2
2
million in
million
one
in
day.
like
2
days. Yeah.
2 days. Yeah, one day. I think one day. Yeah.
Yeah, we should
Yeah, but
start.
I think
We
we're
should
not that-
consider.
I think it works better with women.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, and more
We're gonna
beautiful.
prove them
women.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Eddie?
to light the fire.
Angry motivation.
Angry.
Angry motivation. Well, no, but it's
Yeah, but it also feels a bit weird as an artist to ask for a donation or something.
yeah. It doesn't.
But
make any
maybe
sense.
maybe
yeah.
for the fans it doesn't really feel weird. It could also.
yeah. What do you think about it? Like if you
ask for a donation?
yeah for
Yeah.
Just never do that.
yeah exactly
No, but that's again. There comes my pride again.
Yeah.
I will do whatever it takes
yeah
to get back on my feet.
yeah. But if like a small artist, for
No,
example,
but I would. No, but I wanna. It's like a delicate
Yeah.
thing. I would never do it.
yeah exactly
But
yeah
I would not say to another artist, don't ask for it.
yeah
Because if you are a good, talented artist, for example, and you know this is your calling,
yeah. Why
you
not?
need to find. Yeah, why not? And I would not say that's a bad thing you do.
Yeah
How can you do that? I
yeah
would never do that. You know, I
No.
would never judge that. But I would not do it. You
Yeah.
know, I would find a way to survive and to keep my job, or like some
And-
of my colleagues,
Yeah.
they for a certain moment they have to pay their rent, so they
Yeah.
take the daily job. You know, that's something I would do too. You know, it's more like a
You
sort
don't
of
want
fee-
to depend on.
every
Fair.
person.
But maybe
on-
it's
no,
also an
yeah.
old-fashioned way of thinking because nowadays you have, for example, the gaming streamers and
Twitch,
everything.
yeah.
People on Twitch they buy a monthly license to subscription. They pay with like stars
Tokens,
or
yeah.
tokens or whatever, and I mean,
But
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I'm old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't game anymore. I was one of the first gamers in the world. You know. I played Wipeout. Do you remember Wipeout?
no
That's what I mean.
Or Pong.
I played Pong. Pong.
yeah I remember
Yeah.
Pong.
Pong.
Yeah
No, seriously. So I'm not like a role model for asking stuff about now.
No.
But that's why I surround myself with younger
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
like you guys. No, and even in the office, because
yeah
I'm not right.
yeah
I don't know it anymore. You
No,
know, so I
exactly,
want
yeah.
you to tell me what's going on, so I can see if it's right or not, and I can do some research about it and see if it's the right decision or not. You know.
But now that I think about it, I actually kind of it's also a new way of thinking. Like if, for example, if you do a masterclass, you know, like
Yeah.
a producer masterclass, you can either choose for people to pay for it,
Mhm.
and you get access to it,
Mhm.
or you can just do it online for free if you want it for free, and you can decide yourself if you think it's worth to pay
Yeah.
money for.
Okay.
So
then-
have a
then
donation button.
there is like again, it's delicate. It's the way you bring it. If
Yeah.
you bring it like you have 4 cameras around to show you hire people to record it because you want
Yeah.
it to be slick and
Yeah.
professional and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So you invest money in it.
Yeah.
You need to ask money because, or else it costs you money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it costs you money without earning money, because you're not DJing, doing any shows anymore, and your only income is, for example, once in half a year, your royalty statements or your merch statements, then you need to ask money right away. So you get money straight away.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
If,
it
you
depends.
film it, sorry that I
Yeah.
interrupt you.
Yeah.
Guy.
no.
If you film it with your iPhone, standing in a gorilla grip, for
Yeah.
example, from one angle, give it away for free, and you still give away your tricks. So,
yeah,
but then that's for me, it's a difference.
yeah,
Yeah,
For me, it's
for
different.
sure. But for us, for example, we did the hometown session, and there was like 4 camera guys, someone who edited. It costed us a lot of money,
yeah.
but you also do it to like get back in touch with your fans,
True.
have something for them to look out
But
for.
if you can manage,
Yeah.
and you can hold it because you have some spare money.
Yeah,
No, but if you can handle that, why not?
yeah,
Then you finally give something back
yeah.
of what you always got or took.
Yeah,
Took is a big word, of course.
I think for now I would be more happy if the people would not refund their tickets for festivals.
Yeah.
I think that's more satisfying to me than get like a donation button and get stuff donated.
Exactly,
But because I think the organizations which have a lot of overhead make a lot of costs beforehand. Like an artist doesn't have that many costs a month. Like for you, it's
Depends.
different. You have a
Yeah,
label,
but
but
It depends. It depends what you do. If you drive a fancy car,
yeah,
you have a lot
okay,
of,
but
costs every month.
then I don't really feel sorry.
No, exactly. No, and that's the
but-
whole but it's every situation is different. And what I personally think, for example, with the DEFCON stream,
Yeah.
they asked us to make a 50-minute recording. We went to a special place. We rented that space. I had some people around running around. There were like 10 people. They have to get paid.
Yeah.
And the equipment have to get paid. And the location has to get paid,
Yep.
And I didn't ask money to Q-Dance.
Nope.
Q-Dance didn't ask money to the people.
So in the end, you paid it.
I paid
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But then Rens, the manager, he said, why don't we do it like 50 minutes for them? We do 1 hour more. It's get a bit more. It gets a bit dark. You play a 1 hour set afterwards, so we have something special for afterwards. So you invest a bit.
Yeah.
And
You're being creative.
Exactly,
Yeah,
with your expenses,
Yeah.
and it's all. We also have a relation with our fan.
Yeah.
And usually it's only taking because everybody, Diplo, Stefan, Prophet, whatever, or they kill you. That's with me. No, but seriously, it's a relationship as well.
Yeah.
So if we cannot give them what they need, but we still have what they need, why don't we give it away?
Yeah.
Because we still have it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a sort of,
Yeah, but
if
it's
you have some
it's
spare, I have spare energy,
yeah.
and I don't have to, I say it, I don't have to think too much about, if I do big expenses, of course, we have to think about it. Everybody
Yeah,
has
of course.
to.
Of course.
But if it's once in a while, we are not Q-Dance. If they do DEFCON, Mysteryland, it's RDT. It's the same company, guys.
Yeah.
If they have to do it, Climax, all those events, and they want it better and bigger, and the money is gone. The money will be gone very fast.
There's no revenue at all.
They don't get money. So if you keep on investing, they need something back in return, one way or
course.
another. So I hope they sell a lot of merch.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
to get at least a bit of balance back,
Yeah.
because they do it seriously, and I really appreciate it. And even I Art Style, I have to admit, it's not for the money only.
No.
And in the end, it's for the money, because people will remember you, so they will come back to you. But it's the same as giving your girlfriend the flowers, You give your girlfriend flowers, everybody say, yeah, but I bought you flowers. You do it for yourself, because you want to see her smile when you give the flower. So and that's what this is too. Give and take. So if that's in balance, it's a good thing. So everybody has to give. That's what the main thing is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has, if you can.
Yeah.
If you can.
But it was more like a thing. If next year would be no festivals, God forbid, God help, no, I can't imagine.
No.
But we don't know what happens because our government says, yeah, we will just open when we have a vaccine, and well, probably the first vaccine
Not
will
gonna
be the
happen.
first month in 2021, and I'm
Not
like,
gonna happen. In
oh.
Holland, not gonna happen.
So, but I think people will get really
No,
mad.
seriously, it's not gonna happen.
What's not gonna happen?
Festivals next year.
I'm still hoping. I think so.
I think no.
Yeah, they have to. They
I
have
hope,
to.
I hope it will. Of
Yeah,
course.
they have
it's
to.
It's everything I have. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
play for 1 week.
Yeah, but,
No,
but
I didn't play for.
Yeah.
I didn't travel since March. I didn't do anything. You know, so I'm
No, but
craving for.
it's more
the vibe
more.
again.
What if, you know, there has to be a new business model.
But
for
I think
those
it not
guys.
only affects us as artists, but also like our fans and crowd. Like
Of course.
the jobs will be getting worse. The income would be getting worse. So I think when we are going down a bit, they will go down a bit as well.
Yeah.
So it
It's a
still
domino.
feels
But is it-
even.
But is it bad to go down a bit?
No, I don't. I would say it's bad, but it I mean,
It doesn't feel nice.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
No, that's
and
true.
that-
But I
without-
mean more
without-
with the donation.
Without down, there is no up.
No, that is true.
No, but how longer it takes, how bigger the down will be. I think
Uh,
that's what Stefan means.
No, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be the deeper or the deeper down will be, the longer it will stay.
No, but
that-
it's more like for next year. If something doesn't happen, if we don't have festivals, I'm afraid for the events. I'm afraid for all those guys who work at the companies and.
Yes and no. I mean, you're right. You're completely right, actually. But everything we were doing all those years, all the time we were doing, like the whole world. It's not only us with Hardstyle. We did it on automatic pilot, and then we were abusing Mother Earth and the whole thing around us. It's time to see what we do, and now we do see what we do, and this is the effect of what we did. So we need to do something else, and that's happening now. And I don't say Corona is a good thing. I don't say we needed it. I say sometimes it's good to come in a certain state to come further.
Yeah,
So
what
we
I
have
totally
to go
agree.
back
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go up again.
But it doesn't have to be for several years. We get the message.
Hey, I'm a prophet, you know.
Yeah.
No, but seriously. Sometimes the plagues
Yeah,
in Egypt, you know, so it took 7 years.
yeah.
Dov, could you maybe put the microphone up?
7 years.
Yeah.
No, seriously,
So,
it took 7 years if I may believe the books, because I just said I don't
Yeah.
believe the Bible. So
Yeah, yeah. But
no, it
I
took
am-
7 years. I hope it will. We get back on our feet like really soon.
Yeah, but I
whole
think
world.
it's a really noble way of thinking, a philosophical way of thinking. But in the end, the guys who make the stages and the event promoters,
They will find other ways to be creative.
yeah,
and
exactly.
to
But that's
earn-
the solution I meant with. I don't think you can have another Defcon stream for free, for example.
Yeah.
So there has to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
another
There has to
form.
be-
Yeah, that's yeah.
So
Yeah.
that I think
Yeah,
we will manage it eventually. You know,
With
we-
all of us. you
with
know,
all of us,
us
but
together. If we
that
believe in
there
it, yeah.
has to be something
good
something
solution.
new, a
Yeah.
good solution to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I think we have a really beautiful scene and really dedicated, and you can see it with all our fans. You know, they really want to help everybody.
Yeah.
Our streams are going through the roof right now,
Incredible,
so
yeah.
it's like, oh wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
And I think there's a really. I think that's beautiful of our scene, our community.
Incredible.
That
Really,
really
so
feels
dedicated.
like
Incredible.
family. Sounds cliche, but
Most people from outside the hardstyle scene would maybe think that it wouldn't be a genre people would listen to at home.
Yeah.
But the streams tell differently.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's incredible. I have in all my life, my whole career, I didn't have as many streams as this month.
yeah. It's
Incredible.
insane. Ours are going crazy as well, right? Yeah. Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah.
Really.
So that's a good thing, though.
It's also cool that the listeners are dedicated. Like the hardstyle scene isn't that widespread, like worldwide big scene, but
Yeah.
the people who are listening to
And
the
they listen
to the
a lot.
Spotify, they
A
listen to
lot.
like 8 or 10 songs a week. You know,
Incredible.
and that's
yeah, because they miss it too, like
Yeah.
like we do, and that gives
Yeah.
us a good feeling.
Yeah.
Because if they don't listen,
yeah.
where would my inspiration go? Because then if people don't listen anymore, why should I make new music?
Yeah, true.
So it's a giving and taking as well, you know. So
Well, we talked about it off air last week as well.
Yeah.
Like you made a new track, but you really missed the energy of playing. Like you
and the
don't have.
interaction,
Yeah.
reactions.
Well, I talked to a lot of other guys about it, and I won't say names, but like the biggest artists and of the scene, and they all have the same feeling. Like we don't have a purpose right now to create music. It's different.
I do have a purpose.
Yeah, well,
To get back on our feet.
yeah, of course, and that's we said to each other a couple months ago. Like, all right, if we don't have a goal with a festival or anything, let's set a goal ourselves.
Yeah,
you know, and I
definitely,
think that works really well.
That works.
And
sure.
but it's still, if you talk to other guys, a lot of guys are struggling into the studio.
I can imagine.
You know, it's because you don't
I'm
have.
struggling too, eh?
Yeah, of course, everybody. Yeah,
It's not only them, you know.
no, but
seriously.
I like your positivity. You know,
But
it's
from
contagious.
everything, there will be an outcome,
Of course, yeah,
and the outcome, you create the outcome.
yeah.
So if you
Input is
think,
output.
huh?
Input is output.
Input is output. So if you only think bad,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'm starting
will
to get really enthusiastic about you.
that's good. Here, finally, after all those years. No, but it simply works like that, you know.
Yeah, true.
And I believe good stuff will come out of it after
What
AC, after Corona.
I believe that
I got it from BNR.
I believe we do have festivals next year.
That's the spirit.
I do believe.
But if the most profitable person is not really believing it,
He's telling a story like
No,
you have to
no
believe. If you
festival
believe
to
in it,
explain.
it will
Yeah.
happen. We're not gonna have festivals next year. No.
why aren't you believing?
Now I say in Holland. That's what I said. Actually,
Why not?
rewind.
You have little belief in our government at the moment.
I think it would be strange if there is a vaccine, for example, which is tested for next year in April. It would be tested for 12 months. So you don't know anything about it. Maybe after 8 years of taking it, women cannot get pregnant anymore. They will find out in 8 years. You never know. So I think when you don't have the right vaccine, because you don't know if it's the right vaccine, because it's not tested in long enough with certain combinations for people who already take medicines and everything. How can you take the risk of letting 10,000 people together in an arena, shouting, screaming, spitting, sweating?
Well, I
It's
think
not gonna happen.
I'm really a moron in this stuff, you know. But my thoughts.
I'm the same moron.
Yeah.
Let's
These
go
are
to
my
the
thoughts.
experts.
Yeah, no. But my thoughts are like, of course, we don't know the long-term effects of a vaccine or anything, and it's a risk though. But it's a risk you can take. So you have the responsibility. You can give it back to the people. Like, for example, we can see, like, if you're like a healthy person and a younger guy,
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, but you can.
And I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, but like it doesn't affect you, but you can affect like the older
Without even knowing that you have it.
exactly. So that's the thing. But if you have a vaccine, you can say to the people, well, we do have a vaccine. It's your choice if you want to. You can be protected, but we don't know the long-term effect. But it's your choice.
Okay.
So either you can take it and you have like a small chance for having corona, but maybe side effects or maybe not. Or you have the chance to get corona and get really ill.
The other option is wait until the vaccine is tested for 10 years.
Yeah.
And then everybody is dead because of depression,
No,
other disease.
Yeah.
Or maybe the virus doesn't exist anymore.
I'm not the government, so
yeah,
I totally agree with you. I mean, what causes more damage? You know?
Exactly.
That everybody
It's just
takes a
damage
vaccine?
control, yeah.
No, of course.
But that's why I think we're gonna have festivals.
There will be solutions.
Yeah.
Maybe even next year, but I don't think the vaccine will be the solution. I hope it will, but I don't think it will. And why not? Because I think there are other ways to protect yourself and others from getting it. And even if you get it, yeah, you don't have to die or you don't have to get ill. You know, I mean,
the numbers prove that like
Exactly.
in our age category. Well,
No.
not yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But our age
like
category
50.
is like 1 out of 65,000.
That's why we have
that-
social distancing. Right here, you know. So that's, you're
1 meter,
like
1
the
meter.
risk factor.
Yeah,
over here.
I know I am.
No, but I think that's why I think we're gonna have it, and I totally agree with you. If you live healthy and all,
Yeah.
it really decreases your chance to being really ill. But anyways, I'm no fucking doctor, but that's how I.
What I hope.
Yeah,
What I hope is that there will be a test with immediate outcome.
yeah,
Everybody who wants to go to a festival needs to be tested between a certain age. So if you're older than, let's say, 35, so I cannot play. So if you're older, if you're older than 35, you cannot enter, for example. Or if you are heavier than a certain weight, or because you're a risk factor.
That's so racist.
It is. It is, but it's also it's also protecting
Yeah,
yourself.
of course. No, but or
and
medicine.
I think there will be a test. Do I have it? Yes or no? And that moment you take the test. You don't have it. You can enter.
Yeah.
That's what I hope.
But yeah, okay.
But
How would you handle it at the entrance of the festival? Because maybe there are people
There would be like like
isolated.
they
thing.
handle it with doing the tests in the
Yeah.
beginning. You know, like with 2 meter distance, like with blocks in between.
Yeah, those are logistics questions
Yeah, yeah.
that can be solved.
Yeah, that's
So,
not.
but-
It
but
will be.
I do-
It will
yeah.
be. It will be a mess.
Yeah,
But that will be a
It will
mess
take
the
some
first few times.
Yeah.
And they will find a good way.
yeah,
If you saw the lines in New York at the supermarket in the beginning of Corona, they were like 3 kilometers long.
yeah,
If you want to go to the supermarket,
yeah. Yeah, they have
To
to
get
ma-
so
toilet
there will be a solution for that as
Yeah.
well. You know,
But I do think like people are really social creatures, you know. So
definitely.
so if you, I wonder, and I'm a little bit not afraid, but I'm a little bit worried because we had in Holland we had a really beautiful summer, so we can, and in Holland our restrictions were quite of all right except for the festivals our scene, but we can still go to the supermarket, go to
the beach,
to restaurants outside, and
forest.
to the barber shop.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
don't need a stamp from the mayor to
Exactly.
To
So-
go
Restaurant.
So we were kind of lucky in Holland, you know. We're kind of blessed, and we're doing all right with the hospitals and all. But now we're going into fall, winter, and yeah, what happens then? You know, so we're if you're gonna be inside and you can't go to see your friends outside of your house, or
It's
what were, and depression and all. I wonder what those kind of factors, how yeah, what will it look like next year if you have it another year on lockdown? I think it will be terrible for the mental health
It
side.
will be terrible. Yeah.
But could you imagine this took place 20 years ago without internet and
Yeah,
social media?
yeah,
Then you would be more isolated than
yeah, than ever. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. Answer is no. I couldn't have known. But could you imagine like next year or last year when I say there will be a pandemic and
no more festivals.
no more festivals for a year? That there will be. I would say, yeah, no way. They will manage it, you know.
And they will.
And they will manage it. Yeah. But that's why I'm really optimistic. Well, not maybe just for myself for next year.
Yeah.
They're gonna have it, and I'm really convinced that they can't close like except for if like the hospitals are really crowded, you know,
Yeah.
then I'm saying like close everything.
No, of course.
If you can manage that part, you know, I'm totally agree. Close everything,
Yeah.
but if you can manage your sick people and you have plenty of space in the hospital, then you have to do something, some solutions.
There are like a lot of breathing machines available. So if you buy them, then we have a lot of room in the ICs.
Exactly, and medicine. You know, if you get it, maybe you will not get ill. That's something different compared to a
Or
vaccine.
less ill.
People. Yeah, and if you have like if you're older and you get it, then you get a medicine, and you're not forced to be on the IC or something. That would be
maybe we
big
will
step
be
forward.
maybe you guys and me will be the guys who say, in my time,
Yeah.
there were still festivals.
Yeah. Who knows?
That's a really depressing thought, the prophet.
No, it will not happen. It will not happen.
No,
It's
they
will
have
not.
to.
Of course.
Like
Of course it
social, we're
will.
social creatures.
of
We
course it will.
really need.
Yeah.
So
No, but we need it.
yeah,
Everybody needs it.
and we're making new music.
Yeah.
So and we have to play it.
But,
in front
for
of a
example, like with soccer, like I think in Rotterdam in the stadium, they already allowed 13,000 people. Like that's
seriously?
almost a party.
Yeah, but it's Feyenoord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In the stadium.
Did it work?
No, they're gonna.
Are they going to do it?
This weekend, right?
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, but you can.
I don't like football, so I don't care.
Yeah.
No, but that's.
And-
I mean,
and I don't
you can already
follow the
fit
news.
in 13,000 people in the stadium. So why shouldn't we be allowed on the festival area of DEFCON, like the main stage? It's so big.
Yeah.
So even with social
but they have
distancing,
no, but
social
it's-
distancing. Probably.
yeah, but you can use
It's a
social
different
distancing
thing.
there
It's
still.
a different thing. It's a different thing.
Yeah.
If if you go to a festival, you want to hear music. You want to hear loud music, as loud as possible. But you also go to interact with people and to socialize and to meet new people and to go to that girl who looks good or to go to your friend who is there in the front. And
Yeah, but you were.
so
you were.
need to connect.
Yeah, but you were.
So 1.5 meter is no option.
Yeah, but you were already preaching like you have to think for a way around to still make things work. And if this is the best you can get right now, why don't we do it?
No, I totally agree.
I mean, if we can fit in like a big stadium and you fit 13,000 people, but the restriction is that you have to sit down and enjoy it like that and not be able to
I
talk,
totally agree.
then you can still be you still have
Yeah.
that massive feeling of a festival. And if that's the best thing you can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do it.
agree.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But that's it's not going to replace. It's
At least a bit. Like if we play in front of 13,000 people.
of course.
But
Well, this weekend we have like a really. I'm so looking forward again.
I can imagine, yeah.
We were playing in Germany on Madness, and that's like in Cologne, and they have like their own booths and all. You know, it's not a like it used to before. But I'm so looking forward, you know, just to play
can
on
imagine.
this
Finally
Friday, you
again.
know,
Yeah.
finally, and just
Ah.
to have some interaction with your fans, you know.
Yeah.
And it was last weekend. It was incredible to
Can
play
imagine,
again.
man. That's that vibe again, and that's
That's like with that, and I do think, like you said before, it's a good thing to reflect on what we have and what we were doing, because we really. Especially during the summer, you're in such a roller coaster ride, and you don't really realize what's
anymore.
happening.
And
Yeah.
exactly, and you don't even enjoy.
Well, in a
Now
different
you're
way,
really looking forward.
exactly. But we kind of
That's the
had
difference.
that when we made our album with Antidote again and played on the Hardstyle Crowd.
Exactly. No, of
So
course,
so
of course,
that
yeah.
that's kind of the same feeling
No, but
right
it's-
now. Yeah.
But it's very simple. If you do stuff every day again, the same thing.
Yeah,
get used to it.
Yeah, you
It's
get
very
used to it.
simple.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, if you eat every day potatoes, yeah.
yeah.
Patatje oorlog. Yeah, if you eat it every day and you really love it, every
Potato
day-
war.
Potato war.
No, so it's I think we have to think differently, like your explanation. You know, it's if that works that way,
Let's
then
go.
and you say, for example, yeah, but then you don't have the festival feeling anymore, or I say that, then you don't have the festival feeling anymore. That is the new festival.
Yeah. For
So
now.
get
This is-
motherfuckers
For
used
now.
to it, baby.
yeah.
Well,
It's better than being
Then
at home.
nothing. Yeah.
Well, I agree with that. Let's do that. I'm totally for it,
Yeah.
but not forever.
No,
No.
let's hope not. No.
No, but we will find a way.
Yeah.
We are people. We are creative.
Yeah.
We are with a lot of people who think
Creative minds.
creative minds. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was exactly the expression I was looking for. Thank you. So that's a good one
Creative
for a track
minds.
name.
Yeah.
Creative minds.
Creative minds.
Our new collab. Creative minds.
Creative minds. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, seriously. So I think good times will come very soon.
I
And what
think
we-
that's a really
I think only next year. Good
Yeah.
times. We're gonna release Good Times next year.
exactly. We made a track out of it. Good
times,
times. Yeah. I want to have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that was kind of
I played
inspired by.
one in 83. These are the good times.
83. Then Diederik was only a dirty mind
minus,
idea.
not even. But I was -5
-5. Yeah.
years old in
No, seriously,
83.
there was one of the biggest scratching records. Good times, good times, good times, good.
Good to know.
yeah.
Well, I think it's a really nice way to end this podcast with good times. you know?
Definitely, that's a
right?
good one. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in again. And
Thank
there's still, you can see our new merch, of course. So,
Aren't we forgetting something?
Uh-oh.
Oh, questions?
Oh, no.
Rans always has some questions and a
Questions,
statement.
statement.
and,
Okay.
I know
That's
I know
true.
you're a bit out of the running.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
I don't want to cut out Rans. at the
I
end.
thought it was such a good ending. Good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's still a good
anyways,
ending.
we're still going to end with good times.
Happy ending.
Sure.
Rens, how can I forget you? No.
Personal question, actually.
To me.
What for the three of you?
Okay.
What did you learn from each other in the last 10 plus years?
I can answer that for myself, of course. What I learned is that even when someone is as stubborn as I am, and I can handle that and I can accept that, then I can learn to live with myself too. I hope that answers your question.
But you learned that from us?
Yes,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
especially from you. Yeah. Yeah, no, but it's true because I was always like, I have to make my point. I have to do what I think has to be done, and blah 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 blah. But it doesn't have to be like that. And I think you teach me that without knowing it. You're one of the guys who teach me that. Yeah, it's good. I think it's good. It's a good thing for me at least. And I think it's a good thing for you too, because you do it without knowing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I see it as a good thing. Good times.
Yeah, for me personally, what I learned from Stefan, I think the most is like to value your notice your worth, what you're worth. You know, so
Yeah.
just and have faith in your own brand, for example, or
Yeah.
for your own. Like, no, we're worth it. You know, just to believe, of course, to believe in yourself, but sometimes just to say, no, this is it. This is us.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You know, as a musician, you're always like, I want to be friends with everybody.
That's
you
the
know?
power of you guys, eh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's
the
the power.
balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And from you, to be positive.
You just learned that today.
That's beautiful.
I just learned that
Learned it today.
Yeah. I believe in karma. No,
Good.
but
No, that's a good thing.
I learned, of course, a lot of things and just
We're getting older as well. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
and-
God.
and-
We've
and-
been working together for 12 years.
Yeah,
So.
and you can handle every situation and talk about it. And if you have like the same goals to achieve something good, everything
there.
is
Yeah, it's
you can
possible.
solve everything.
Definitely. No, that's nice to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what What I have learned from you. What I have learned from you that it's never too late to have a party.
Yeah.
To have a good time.
To have a good time.
Even when I think, okay, shall we go?
Tussen beers.
Flesje.
One more.
Nog eentje.
Nog eentje dan.
Yeah,
nog eentje dan. No, it's always a pleasure to be around you guys. It's
always fun.
I never have a dull moment with you guys. That's something beautiful. I like, and it's always like it's always the same.
Yeah,
for me, it always feels like home. It feels like I can be totally myself. I don't have to hold in. That's something I cannot say about everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think from both of you, but I mean, there's one or two other friends of me that teach me the same for the last 10 years. I think for me, I softened up a bit and didn't. I learned to see less problems on the road.
Yeah.
I could see really big bears on the road and be really affected by that. And now I learned to let go to that a lot more because of just see the positive side about it and don't think everybody's against you or don't want to force your idea as being the only idea or the best idea, but also just like accept and let go some stuff as well. And I think that is a really nice lesson for me as well because it made it so much more easy for me.
Yeah, and more relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you're always seeing problems ahead, then I mean, at first I think it also brings you to a lot of places because you're always thinking in solutions and always trying to solve stuff. But sometimes you see a problem that actually isn't really a problem.
No.
Yeah.
And then it's so easy to just say, let's see it more positive than negative. And I think, I mean, you didn't really show me by telling me like, oh, change that, but you showed me by being you and work around problems you occurred in your life and the way you handled that. And that was with a lot of positivity and that showed me that there's a positive way to look to problems as well. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, very good question. Who was that?
That was me, actually.
That's why you're the manager. That was me. Hij is goed, hè?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, good
but I got another one.
From yourself?
No.
Now I want to know who. From who?
Sarah.
Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
She's asking, how do you see the future of Scantraxx?
Bright.
Okay.
I'm kidding. How do I see the future of Scantraxx? We do what we love. So the moment you do what you love, it will bring you in very special places, I think. So what do I think of the future of Scantraxx? It will become...
and maybe a different way of interpretate that is, what do you see Scantraxx can add to someone's career as an artist? Like what is it that Scantraxx is the label to go to and
what I can tell you the process. We listen to music, to demos. If we hear certain stuff, like if it can be produced better or different, or to push you the way you want to go. Because in the beginning, I'm talking about like 2003, I tried to push my sound on certain records. Always the same kick and everything. So that's not going to work. And you need to let the artist, the creative mind expand by itself. So an artist, you should let an artist be free, like you guys. Then you get the best out of it. So we try to do that, and we try to promote that with you as an artist. And we try to bring the positivity in that, even when it's different music or strange music for me. Do whatever you like. If it can be produced better, we have Thomas, our A&R manager. He can help you with that. We can make a whole plan of the social media strategy. We can help you. We are sometimes psychologists, like for example, we speak a lot with our artists about home situations or about the daily stuff.
You got a lot of experience, guys.
Exactly, and it's
over there.
It's not new what
exactly.
certain people have. So we will find a way to handle that. And
you've seen it all, so
not all, but a lot.
Pretty much.
It's not just releasing music.
No,
not at all. It's even a small bit.
It's the whole package.
Yeah,
it's the whole package, and we think with the group of people we have, maybe we're right, maybe we're wrong, that we can see if you're ready to go, for example, main label.
Yeah.
Or not yet. So it might not be the record who is causing it. For example, the record is main label worth, but the rest of your act or your name or your project is not ready, main label ready. You will not release yet on that main label. And for some of the artists, it's a very hard road, because I think it's a hit. Yeah, it might be a hit, but if you, for example, do nothing on your socials, then everything is in our hands to make it a hit. It has to be a two-way street. You have to do your stuff, we have to do our stuff. Then it might become a hit.
Yeah, and now you have all the data to back it up again.
And that's what we do every day. Yeah. And but we always keep positive. So even when we say not yet, then we will help the artist if certain stuff is not well aligned. Then we can help him or her to align it with the rest.
Yeah.
So that's what we also do.
So the future is more like a whole package of just guiding new artists to just to be a successful artist, music wise, but also career wise.
Yeah, and as a successful person as well.
Yeah,
and not just only telling yes or no, but also the why.
Yeah,
and the how.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can really tell that has changed a lot since the last years.
Yes.
Scantraxx, you can really tell that people are really connected.
Yeah.
To Scantraxx. I think it's going to be even more.
I think too. Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice question, Sarah.
Someone is asking when the Get Down melody edit will be released.
I wrote it on YouTube, of course. Yeah, somewhere on my comments, under the comments. Rens?
Yeah.
It's a question for
it's
you.
Finished. It's actually finished already a month.
I think we will try to release it before the end of the year.
Before the end of the year.
We got 3 months to go, right?
Yeah, that's true. But still, 3 months is in these times. It's 3 months. Okay, so
before end of the year,
I will talk to Rens.
Yeah.
About this.
So I think
Because
it's going to
Maybe
be a
the question
little
was
bit
for
sooner.
me instead of for you.
Yeah, exactly. Question for myself.
But nice of you to ask.
Yeah.
It became really. It came out of the very nice.
Really enthusiastic.
Out of the paint.
Yeah.
out of the verf.
How did you experience the success of Wanna Play?
Yeah, incredible. Seriously, it's incredible. It was not supposed to be like that. Of course, you just make music and you sense something while you create it. You know it's going to work, but it sounds a bit strange. When it was finished, I have like 20 versions. And it was already finished, and I cut it up, and then we changed the first drop with third drop, and it was like a complete puzzle because we knew, Tom and me, the producer I work with for 6 or 7 years already, that we knew it could be bigger, and it was not that, and then we cut it and we listened for like 3, 4 months, 5 months, 5 weeks, I don't know, a long time. It took too long, and then finally, this is the one. This is the version we're gonna release. And then I released it, and then the response and the impact, seriously, I could never imagine. It was the biggest hit ever for me. So yeah, how was the impact and the response?
You can
Insane.
You did hear it on every stage, every festival. Always when we were just walking towards the stage, you hear that. Yeah, it's insane.
Incredible. Yeah, and it's the most remixed records I think ever.
Yeah.
All
Everybody
those,
made an edit.
yeah, everybody made their
Fake
own
drops
edits,
everywhere.
Fake drops, yeah. So yeah, for me it was it keeps me going.
Yeah.
Cool. Definitely. Yeah.
Cool.
Should we do the statement?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
One moment. COVID-19 shows dance artists and DJs should rely more on streaming instead of touring.
We only say yes or no?
No, you can
If you
explain
agree,
why.
disagree.
One more time. So you say the artist and the producer, the dance and the
Corona
artist
shows
Yeah.
that our scene maybe or DJs should rely more on releasing music and streaming instead of touring and gigs.
It's a strange question
Yeah.
because it one more time.
seriously,
because I want
for most of the acts,
yeah.
The
It
first,
shows that
the
we are
first-
doing it
the
or that we
first
should do it.
focus. The first focus is on
That the
touring.
focus should shift, like even
Okay,
after
no.
Corona.
No, I don't think so. Too.
Definitely not. No, of course not. You make music for the people and to get the reaction from them. That's what keeps me going to make the next track in the studio.
Yeah,
So-
I think if you're just a producer, but then you're already not focusing on shows.
Exactly.
But if you're an artist as well, I think it's the most satisfying to
Exactly,
see a
of
full
course.
crowd go crazy on your music.
Yeah, that's
And
why you do
there's
it.
no money that can make up for that feeling.
Exactly. And the moment you make it is you're gonna play it.
Yeah.
And if you cannot play it, then the whole magic is gone. Everything is gone.
Yeah.
So I don't agree.
Yeah, I disagree as well.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
Cool.
All right, because when you can't play it, you don't have a good time.
That's it.
Oh, you really want to end with good time?
Yeah, of course.
And now the circle's round.
Yeah, the circle is round.
The promotion for good times already started in September.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Wow. Thank you,
Thank you
for
for-
being here, my man.
you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was
a
incredible.
pleasure.
Yeah, it was nice talking
Yeah.
to you.
I was actually nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I thought my English was not good enough, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it's good to know that you know yourself so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
was-
I was
it
happy
was
you were
terrific.
so enthusiastic, and
No, but I
Enthusiast.
came here and I was like, everything will be fine, and it
Do
has
you
to
know
be
that
positive.
It's a warm bath here.
That's definitely
everybody is nervous
Yeah.
when they come
It's a
over
good
here.
thing.
Yeah, everybody is like, oh, what's gonna? We're
No, but
just
Everybody, I have my insecurities.
yeah,
I don't show it, but I have it
yeah.
And it's
Well, a
good.
little bit.
every day. Okay? No, but seriously, it's good to know that you're insecure sometimes.
Yeah, of course, it's not
Now
a
and
bad
then,
habit.
yeah. No, not at all.
Otherwise, you will be an arrogant
Know
piece of.
thyself.
Yeah. All right, it's really time to end this.
Yeah. It's really a good time to end.
Good time to end
Thank
it.
you for having me, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you for
Pleasure.
coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't forget to subscribe as well to because every month we have a new episode with another guest. And
Do we already know who's next?
no, But
yeah,
or
we
maybe
might have.
Oh yeah.
There's some in the pipeline.
Yeah. Well, there are some guys, but we have to figure out if they're. We got plenty of guys.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I
We
can
got-
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
and it's really fun. Like we get messages from every DJ. They really want to come.
Oh,
and
seriously?
yeah. So that's really nice,
sorry.
you know.
I didn't send any message.
Yeah.
You were
Yeah,
ready.
we were the same as you. Like, oh yeah, we're not gonna ask to have him on
Hey,
the show.
If you think I'm good enough for your show,
Then we asked you. Yeah. So it took us 21 shows, but finally we managed to set our ego aside and ask you.
Finally. All
Okay.
right.
Well, thanks for the good times.
Thank you too for the good times.
This show is powered by Scantraxx.
We wish.
Hope to see you soon on stage somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
of course. Well, thank you guys
Would
for
be nice.
watching. See you next
See you
month.
next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Music Made Addictz.